Hello and welcome to Masana One Fan Vlog. Na di bros di ampora. Di bros di ampora. Na di bros di ampora.
What again?
Di bro man. Oh.
Yeah, frustrating. How are you?
You can take two. You can take 2 points from Takuma and Bloemfontein at home. Man. Man.
How are you?
Look. I'm here.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to be.
B.
No, I don't want us to be emotional when analyzing this game. Because we might say things decently. But having said that, 2 draws in a row is frustrating. The points we dropped, unacceptable.
You know, you can accept a draw with Marisbeck.
And Supersport maybe.
Yeah, you can. I can take a draw at home to Supersport, Mara. Woman. No, that's the fixture we usually win. We win that fixture. But you can take it here once in a while. And now just asked if just said, bless you.
Thank you.
And now just said we don't beat Celtics in the league at Muribe. Now. I know, man. It's annoying. It's annoying. I don't want to lie. It's annoying.
Very annoying.
Yeah.
Very annoying. Yeah. But we knew what Celtic were going to go to Muribe and do. We knew. Since we know we knew what they were going to do. It was up to us to find solutions to that, and we failed again against Celtic Comoripe to find solutions. Celtic side that was missing Letsoalo, Mabena, and the other defender everyone else suspended. Yeah, tough day of us, tough time.
Was there a reason to? Because we knew what Celtics were gonna come and do. Was there a reason to play midfield 3?
I think the coaches are set on that formation. Like they're set on it. Like no matter Reago, Cairo, or Lali TTM, I think the coaches in their mind they're set in that formation. I think the formation is not the problem for me. The personnel is.
Yeah, but you can't be set on a formation. You just can't.
True, you can't, especially in modern day football where everything is quickly adaptable. You're right, you can't be set. But in my mind, looking at all the games we played this season, we played with a midfield 3. And are they going to change in time soon? I don't know. I think the problem is not the formation, in my opinion. When maybe you think otherwise, you think if we would have played 4 attackers and just the 2 midfielders.
I think today's game was crying out for a 4-2-2-2. I think you play the right personnel in a 4-2-2-2. I think you get something out of this Bloemfontein team. Because for me, Celtic play with Linsane Palane and they play with Barakat and like Baloi as a midfield 2. Are you telling me you need a midfield 3 for those 2 guys?
Yeah, I guess not.
You see, when you say to me, we are set on a formation, in terms of having our deep lying playmaker like in between the 2 center backs when we build up, somehow I get it, but I think there's ways to still do it. Okay, then it goes back to what you said about the personnel. I think if you change the personnel, you can treat it a bit and set up differently when you are attacking and set up differently when you are defending. Yeah, and I understand that AJ and Riva are out. AJ and Riva one, they can be out. Can go one, but two. Can it be one at the time, guys? Can it be one at the time? Oh my god! Oh my god! But I'll tell you what I was gonna do in this game. I was gonna play Trumpo today. I was gonna start with
ahead of.
I was gonna play a midfield two of. I don't want this ahead of thing because now it brings names and it feeds into nonsense. I was gonna play midfield two of.
I get you.
Yeah, I was gonna play a midfield two of George and Trumpo today. And then start with a front four of Mtishi, Mid, Peter, and Gaston. I think that's the type of. I think this game, man, allowed us to go gung ho and attack. I think this game allowed us. I know it sounds a bit. What's the word? It sounds a bit naive because Celtic like know how to bridge a defense and play the ball behind the center back, and they have players. Yes, Chilombo, Serra, and at times Potane, at times Menzi Masuku. Those guys know how to. They're very good in transition. That team, they're very very good. So you can see why we played a midfield three, and also because we didn't get the desired result. It's easy to we have
hindsight.
We have hindsight. You know what I mean? Had we won, I don't know. It was gonna look somehow. But when I was watching this game, I was hoping we'll win, and I was thinking we're gonna get a goal in the second half. And I was thinking to myself, everything that I'm saying now, I was thinking that I was gonna say it either way. We don't know because we didn't
win.
Yeah, we don't know because we didn't win. So I might be saying this because we didn't win, but you're gonna have to take my word for it.
I agree with you because even if we had won today, the performance was not good enough in my opinion. We were less free flowing. I know you can be free flowing throughout the season. We were less. No, you can't do that. But since the Stellenbosch game up until today, we've been patchy. We've been scoring at the set piece. We haven't been creating that much.
I think the closest we were to our 2020-2021 selves was in the second leg against Jwaneng, because that team was having a good. I think in patches in that game we were almost our usual selves, but the best game we played was Stellenbosch.
Yeah, but I understand. I was about to say, I understand why we haven't played like that. Since that game, up until today, the 11 players that started that day, forget Muchaka Madisha, the 11 players that started that day, none of them have been fit or available at the same time. Either Kevin is out or Zwan is out. If it's not Zwan, it's Riva and AJ. If it's not them, it's the center backs. The Chinchi mentor is not there, and of course Muchaka Madisha. But since that day, haven't flowed. That could be one of the reasons in the dip in performance. But, the personnel like
Sundowns in the past years, we we found ways to win games even when we were not playing our best football. Excuse me. Like,
True.
even today, it's a game we could have won, but we were not playing well. Like, the past games, we've been playing bubble football, like we've been playing Jacksonville Liam football. We created chances, Kajima. We really created chances. We really,
we
yeah.
We were not free flowing, but we created chances. Kemet, out of the three, maybe the other one they'll have chance, but the other two, Kemet has to bury them. Peter Sharile has to bury that chance, or I call Muriba, because you could see Muriba shout out, leave it for me.
And you know,
it's frustrating.
We had 6 shots on target, and of the 6 shots on target, 4 never came in. 4 never came in. And there's so many things to address, guys. There's so many things to address. Okay, let's rewind a bit. Let's discuss the starting lineup. I've now told you how I would have set up against this team. What do you say?
There are games where you don't need. I'm going to name him because you don't need him Tombala.
Yeah.
There are games that you need because of he does certain things very well. But knowing that Celtic will come here with a very low block, he's not the kind of midfielder you're going to need to unlock them. So that was my first problem with the starting lineup. I think after hearing what Coach Mangola said in the pre-match interview about our last 7 goals we conceded, set PC and stuff, I think they're overthinking this thing here. We concede set piece. If Mandela,
it's like you are it's like sunglasses but yes, but now your vision is impaired. Like I want to be like your glasses, like you're wearing glasses that have a very deep shade, and okay, sharp. You're no longer getting blinded by the sun, but you no longer see properly. So I think with Mtomimvara, it's that thing, because we are looking to close down, conceding set piece, but now we are not scoring as much, and we are not as fluid as we usually are.
Exactly, like it seems like Celtic and AJ is initiate that. AJ is not available, I know, but someone like AJ initiate a press, he can play, he can he's good at certain stuff, but in a low block, he is not needed. I'm sorry, that's where they starting up. And again, he didn't have a bad game, but knowing that Celtic were going to sit back. And Coach Mangoba said, Celtic a space out wide. Instead of Langerman, I was going to play Obrumudi. It's hindsight again. But instead of Langerman, I was going to play Obrumudi by going left back. He's a quality cross on him. He has the engine. He can play there.
And now, when you put in Aubrey in the second half, like around the 80th minute, like to play him at left back on the goal, why didn't you just start with him? Why didn't you just start with Aubrey? Like, it doesn't make sense. Remember how I used to question the Salem yes, Sailor, you can even say made a bit of sense. Okay, not a bit. It made sense because it's games we were winning, and you can say, okay, they're closing down that right channel, because Sailor is a bit more solid defensively than Morena. It makes sense. But now, when we're chasing a 3 point, and you do that sub, it doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense for me.
It doesn't.
Yeah. So for me, the Langa playing starting, we got our middle wrong today for me.
Yeah.
The front three, you can't fault because that front three has been balling since the season started. You know what I mean? But I think what we need to fix now is what happened behind them, behind the front three. So I think some of the things Lebonadi were sort of a bit out of character, but you know what? Jelly being out has really left a gaping hole in that midfield because one, Jelly is very industrious. Jelly is technically Jelly is so good. Jelly is a good passer. There's just so many things that you miss in that guy. Yeah, I don't know, Tlotlo. We had clear cut chances. The subs came on somewhere in between Kanako Shapo, a bit late. I won't say Kanako Shapo because it was around the 67th minute. And I always believe if around the 55th, 58th minute, if a game is going the way this game was going, I believe from the 58th minute, I want to see yellow jerseys on the yeah. So yeah, frustrating.
One thing before we continue rating, I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you and Nell can correct me. I think the coaches are overthinking this thing. Yeah, this set PC. They're defending a lot. I think, in my opinion, they're sacrificing us playing and free flowing in midfield for this. I'm not saying Vala is not a good player. I'm saying he's needed to do certain things. Mkulis is there if AJ is not there.
Yes.
Mkulis is there. Play Mkulis, Mido, and Leo there. And Celtic were all like the only way Celtic were going to score is guy counter attack. There was no other way Celtic could go. So yeah. They got it wrong today.
Very wrong.
They got it.
Okay, technically, Denise now has nine clean sheets, even though I think the officiating today was horrible and Pila we lost this game because they scored a legitimate goal. That's a legitimate goal. That's a legitimate goal. So technically, we lost this game, but
horrible.
So yeah, what? And if you realize, Denise is playing as a super keeper now. Like he comes out a lot now.
Yeah,
he's
playing today. And I think
he got it right. Like 3 times he got it right, except for that one chance that Celtics a clear-cut chance at goal.
While we were watching the game, I noticed even on Saturday, since we're playing Musa Le Mandela, like our center backs are very high, so it allows for Dennis to come be the super keeper, playing very high because Musa Le Mandela they trust their pace going back. Le Onyango, they trust Onyango to be the keeper, so that's a plus. That's a plus, something we hadn't seen before.
Yes, he only got it wrong once. Made okay, Dennis is good enough to make saves look routine. But you can't fault him that much. Like he only made that one mistake, and that was it. If it was a goal, then we would be speaking something else. I'll go back to the sort of technically he conceded Katrinu, but the referee got it wrong. So it was. I don't know. I don't know what type of performance I should call it.
Dennis.
Yeah.
He did well in coming up and sweeping when the ball if it allowed center backs. He pulled up one or two regulation saves, nothing special. He wasn't tested that much.
Yeah.
It's a 5 boy.
Yeah, it's a 5. Langa. A 3.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Libusa, much better than he was on Saturday.
Dealt well with the counter attack.
Musa is very reliable. It's a pity that we have. It's actually a pity that we have Musa and Nascimento at the same time because it's like a real headache. It's a real headache. I wish I could go and one. That build-up play and that solid defense. We got to and like make one person. Musa, it was a 5 for me.
Yeah.
Onyango.
And him didn't look too good.
Didn't look too good. It really didn't look too good. And by the looks of things, the right centre back that we signed might be staying on loan to his team, to the team we signed him from.
Until the end of the season.
So yeah, hopefully they allow him to come. Huh?
If Mento does not come back anytime soon, then we might be in a bit of trouble. Harold is not a centre back, so we shouldn't even put on him.
Yeah.
Unless we play him while at centre back.
Yes, unless we play him while at centre back. But I think
you keep your height, coaches.
Yeah, but I mean, who wants to sign for Sundowns and not come to Sundowns immediately? Because like there's chances of winning trophies here. So hopefully he comes and we announce him. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next week or two. I think we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, huh?
So we signed someone.
Yeah, we've already signed the right centre back.
You heard first year, people.
Brian Onyango.
4.
4. Okay.
Only because after that game, the one is because he didn't finish the game. Otherwise, him and Lusa did their job very well.
Tapelo.
Tapelo frustrated. He does 95% of his job perfectly, and then it comes to the cross where he must a good cross, then he delivers something wayward.
4.5.
Yeah. You are fair today on the money.
George was better than he was on Saturday.
Although he's not the river, he was better. He was slightly better now.
Yeah. No, he was definitely slightly better. We are not saying his performance was good. We are saying he was better than he was on Saturday. Because on Saturday,
although Miro can pass Miro's a good footballer, but he gives away the ball needlessly now. I get it because but he needs to be more careful with his passes in that role. He did well. He did better than on Saturday, like we're saying, but he loses the ball needlessly in that position, and that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not at all. Rating
4.5.
Okay. Another not so good performance from Lebo.
I think in the first half he wanted to play. In the first half he needed but he needed the AJ or the Mkhulisi next to him so that he was trying to play, just that he's off form. So everything he tries too hard and then it doesn't come off. He was trying, and I would lie, but trying doesn't mean you're playing.
Yeah. And then like most of the time when we are not playing well, Lebo is never covered in glory. Yeah. Reminds me of Tigo Modise. Tigo, like when the team didn't do well, you'd always feel like Tigo didn't do well as well. 2.5 for Lebo. Mtobimvala
should have scored.
got a clear-cut chance from Shishi. Didn't utilize it well. For me, Mtobimvala, I said to you, Mtobi is a specialist. I think Mtobi shouldn't be playing a high volume of games for me. Not with the talent that we have, not with the way we play. It doesn't
exactly. There's a certain way we played at the start of the season. It was Klopp night with a heavy metal football where we prepped crazy and we won the ball higher up and we scored we scored many goals after we did the ball higher up. Since the Mad Dogs, this thing bubbled, we haven't. And he's not a mad dog. Mtobi's not a mad dog.
He's not. Mtobi, like the way we used him against Pirates, I think that's how we should be using him, but not in every game. The way we used him against Pirates was brilliant, and he got goals home and away against Running, got a goal against Arrows. But to be honest, going forward, I didn't expect him to be a high volume match player. I don't know. Going forward, I don't know if we continue playing with him, because like the system disrupts everything that we are good at. Everything we are good at. Yeah. Rate him. You don't have to explain your rating, just rate.
Between 2 and 3.
Okay, cool. I'll take. Now we'll see what he does in editing.
No, 2.5.
Yeah. I thought Kemba was. There's something missing. I think it's the lack of Jali, because Mshishi thrives in combination plays, and I think again. And today, man, he was doing everything right. Like he was laying it off.
Kadi Healy and stuff, yeah.
He was let off by one. Kimit Rasmus, that first half chance, I think Kimit should have taken that. Like, if you tell me you are giving Kimit a chance in that position before we sign him, I'm telling you it's a goal. He was also
a goal.
He was also let off by Festashe Shalulile at times. Okay, I'll tell you something about Shalulile when we come to his rating. Remind me, because Kaizen Kaleba. But I think Mshishi today was doing everything right. The only time where I can say I can fault him a bit is the shot he took at upper side net instead of playing it across, because Shalulile was open. That one, if it doesn't go to Shalulile, maybe Jackson might parry it and then Kimit is there to finish. But I think there you take a risk instead of trying to take a shot from such an angle. But everything else, I think Mshishi was along with Kimit, I think they were our better performers. The team didn't perform well in the 2 games, but the team didn't perform well in the 2 games, but today, Mshishi and Kimit today were in the right positions to do the right things. I think Mshishi, is it a 5.5 or a 6 from Mshishi?
5.5.
5.5. Yeah, I'll take that. Kimit.
On a normal day, Kimit buries those chances, at least 2 of them. The first one, way cheaper Kimit, it dinks it over the keeper. It's a goal.
The one that frustrated me the most, the second half, where he was put through on goal by Shalulile. I've seen Kemet take those. I've seen him take those. That chance he got, where put him through on goal, is the same one Shalulile got at his Galaxy and he played it and then he hit it in between the legs of the goalkeeper.
Sure. Kemet. Missed a lot, but he got in those positions. That's a plus, I guess. He got into the positions. He dropped in. He dropped into midfield. Ali Gotusa running to trying to build up from there, but actually those chances, man, I can't get those chances out of my mind. I'm gonna say a 4.
I agree with you. It sounds harsh, but
yes.
But those chances, those chances are where Kemet earns his money. That's where he earned his keep.
Exactly.
Yeah. Shalulile, oh my God. You know what my frustration with Shalulile is now, Tlotlo? Especially the first half. There was 2 instances where he ran off the shoulder defender, the right shoulder the defender. And then Boloya in between him and the defender. You know, like killers, when they are on the edge of the box, Boletlamo, they control it to their right. Shalulile twice controlled the ball away from Dybala. I'm like, my man, you are a striker. Like a striker, when the ball is in between you and the defender, you control it. And the same thing he did at Cape Town City, where we got the free kick where Lyle eventually scored. Afaula Gate, Prince Mashego. He controlled the ball like goal side. Control the ball goal side. Like this thing of controlling the ball away from the goal, it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating.
Yeah. Later he needs a goal. He hasn't got since the Tex Galaxy game. He needs a goal.
Yeah.
His confidence, Lena, is not so high anymore.
Even that chance he got where Mudiba was behind him, I don't fault him for taking the chance because he leaves it, and then I come back and say, you are a striker. Like, take the chance. You know what I mean? I can't fault him for that. Now, when a striker does something like that, I don't fault you, but I come back and say, my man, like, what do you do at training? Like, you can't be off balance. Like, it's not that slippery there. Like, why are you falling? Rating for Atteridgeville.
4.
You want to tell me Atteridgeville and Kemet had the same performance today?
3. No, a 3. I'm wrong, actually.
You're honest. Now you're honest. Yeah. Second half, Kapinga.
Looked lively without doing anything.
I have so many frustrations with Kapinga, but I'm gonna give him time. Because
can't lose patience, not just yet. No.
Yeah, but I have my reservation. I've had my reservations about him before. Like I think before we even sent Kapinga, like somewhere during the season last season, I think I had a conversation with two guys, Mjita, and I forgot who else. And then I told them, "Nah, I don't read Kapinga." And they were shocked to why Kirby. But like I don't know, I just didn't see him as a, sometimes like it's easy to look good like at a particular team. So but because he's at Sundowns now, I'll give him a chance. I won't be too harsh on him, but there's gonna come a time where like
he needs to.
Yeah, he needs to. I mean, Kapinga, like since his came on, like I think Sundowns when he comes on, he's never had like a solid shot at goal. Okay, he's had against Stellenbosch, let me not lie. But you see that shot he took today? Are you kidding me? Like, what type of shot is that? And he looked lively, like he did what we were needing, what we needed at that time, because we needed penetration.
He gave us a bit of life. It's like he was lively without doing. He was lively without being incisive.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I was frustrated with Yana, and he will drive the ball forward, but when he gets to a point where he has to take a decision making. I think he doesn't take a proper shot. He doesn't pass the ball well. Like like I think it was in the dying minutes of the game where like he just put the ball in space and then knows Namoto. And that is frustrating. But I don't want to judge him on games where the team is poor generally. It's unfair to pin it on a player or when the team doesn't do well. So Kapinga, I think it's a 4. I think it's a 4. Gaston.
The chance I created for potentially, right. Nothing special. He didn't affect it as much as I thought he would. Because when say enough from Shishi, so his friend was not there to dance with him. So a 3.
Okay. Keleto looked like he could do something, ne? Always does. Oh yeah. Shame he didn't do anything when he came on. He didn't do anything.
We were playing more on the right. Like the ball was not going go side there over. So yeah. I don't know.
He didn't get quality chances to impact the game in any way. 3 as well. I think Keleto was, but Keleto was like he had some time on the ball and he was doing the right things. You know, sometimes like when a player comes on and you feel like if this guy had 20 minutes more and like we had all our best players, he could do something. You know that thing, and that thing is always frustrating because you can never have Gaston, Kapinga, Mshishi, or Keleto, Kemed, Erasmus, Bergman, at the same time. You just can't have all those guys. But I honestly feel like of all the players that came on, I feel like Keleto was the one whose spark was livelier than everyone else.
And he put Gaston through quite a chance. Let me see.
Yeah,
he can end up Gaston through. So he did well when he come up.
He did well. 4.5.
Yeah.
A debut for our academy graduate, Harold. What a way to have your debut at centre back. when you are a right back, but Harold played in the past 2 preseasons. He's played as a 6, as a right back, and as a centre back as well. So anywhere but those positions, at least it's not something that was foreign to him. So
yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy to see.
What minute?
I forgot what minute it was. But I'm. You know what? For good measure, I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10. He's an academic graduate and he just made his debut. I thought matata batho ba ileng gore khale ba le teng mo and they were supposed to deliver.
He kept the clean sheet.
Harold getting his senior debut is the only positive about today's game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The coaches, please don't disappoint me, Karitinge.
No pressure. I would have put today's results on the coaches, but I might be too harsh because if Kemet or Peter Shirley take those chances, yeah, talking a different story.
Yeah, but we did say,
the
sorry to cut you, but we did say we were going to mention these things even if we had won the game.
I was coming to that, but the performance was not good enough, unfortunately, in this league. The performance was not good enough. Their choice in midfield, I think, contributed in us not getting the full the 3 points today. So, having said that, I don't want to be too harsh on them, and I want to sing fair.
Give me a rating.
3.
Thank you. You didn't disappoint me. Yeah. On Saturday, I was so confident that we were going to win this game. So now I'm already thinking about Swallows and Kaiputsura. Are we going to win that game now? But
Swallows is a tough one.
Yeah, but the only positive thing about playing Swallows is that Swallows want to play. It's easy if their coach will say, guys, Sundowns, let's take the point, and then
I'm thinking
continue punishing everyone else. Neo
says if he wins tomorrow, then he can go on to Muripo on Saturday and stink it out and walk out of there with a 0-0. He doesn't have to win. He'll be top of the league.
Yeah, and I was saying, should Swallows get 3 points tomorrow, and Brendan Carter comes to Muribe and takes the point, that would be the most Pito Musimane thing to do. Because why must you come at Sundowns and show them you know how to play? Yeah, we know you know how to play, but it's about taking the points. So
at what point would you need to prove? Just go out there, park your bus, and get out with a point.
Yeah, and then you are closer to 30 points as you can be, and 30 points, you stay on for another season in this league. So yeah, man. I think this game is gonna be a good headache for the coaches to have, because you get paid to find solutions and find wins. So they're gonna have to earn their money. They're really gonna have to earn their money against Swallows, because how you set up is gonna. Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that game.
Now I'm looking forward to it, but if we don't win that game, I think we are better off losing it than drawing it. We might as well lose, Tlotlo, so that you know what, things are clear. Like, might as well, man. So that so that people can sit and say, guys, this is now a crisis. Because the draw make you think we are one win away from looking like we figured it out.
You're right.
Might as well we lose it, because this game block is already ruined.
Well, we can still salvage it if we win the next 3. Then it's 11 points. Then it's again.
Yeah, but now it means you have to win all the games.
3 or 1 away. 2 home, 1 away. We must stop playing good Lucas Moripe.
Oh yeah, even that pitch, man. Hey, I'm glad we said this at the end, so that it's not about the pitch.
Stop playing Lucas Moripe. Whoa.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
That stadium, I don't like that stadium. Let's go back to Loftus, guys. Yeah.
We haven't won a game there against Cincinnati.
Even in the MTN 8, we lost there. Hey.
I didn't see the Champions League there. So
yeah, like even last season, like did we win a game Gumuribe last season in the bubble?
In the bubble, no, we played once. We played how many times? Once Gumuribe against
Marisbeck.
We drew.
Yeah,
we drew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. On to the next one.